Stay tuned for more on what you can. Stay tuned for more on what you will hear from tonight's debate.
And find out what local content creators think about TikTok's uncertain future, what they're saying about the TikTok ban.
And the sunshine is back in Syracuse. Will these warm temperatures stay? News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Welcome into News Live at 6. The Student Association debate is just an hour away. I'm Peyton Spellacy.
And I'm Zach Richter. Our Student Association beat reporter Elijah Brown joins us now live in front of the Veterans Center with an insight on what to anticipate ahead of tonight's debate. Elijah?
Now, Zach, I'm here where the magic is all about to happen. In just a couple minutes, we hear a debate featuring candidates from President, Vice President, and Comptroller. Now, last year, we heard candidates discussing the use of First Amendment during big events like Not Again SU, and also different student unionization efforts happening here on campus throughout. Now, I'm fairly confident that some of these same topics will be discussed tonight, where just a couple months ago we saw a pro-Palestinian rally happening in this exact location, and right in front of Hendrick Hall's graduate students protesting for a higher wage. But less of those old topics and more of the new. We caught up with the candidate for president, and he mentioned food accessibility is a big new thing for him. Take a look.
We recognize that there's a problem when there's students going to sleep hungry, when there's students leaving class at 9 p.m. and they don't have any option to eat around campus. So that's something that we definitely want to bring to administration and make sure that they care and make sure that they know what's happening.
Now, German says his whole life has been about politics, and as an immigrant from Venezuela, he knows the importance of maintaining truth and transparency. Now, a common testimony echoes through our comptroller, who says she's the perfect candidate for representing our student body.
My outlook to the Student Association, since I have not had any prior experience, is the outlook of someone in the student body. I want to bring that fresh perspective that is free from bias or any prior ways of the organization.
Now, Alexis is new to the association, so she says she's bringing a new outlook that is extremely beneficial for those that have been here for quite a while. For more information on some of these topics that I touched about, please stay tuned for our full debate at 7 o'clock. Guys?
Okay, Elijah, thanks so much. As part of Syracuse University's founding week, today is Giving Day, and the university has a goal to rally $4,444. SU is hosting events and a live stream throughout the day in the JMA Wireless Dome to encourage donations. ESPN reporter and Syracuse alumnus Caleb Burton is hosting the stream in an hour. Giving Day has historically been SU's largest fundraiser of the year.
And Newhouse's annual Spring Communications Career Fair is coming back to the Sheridan. The fair will run tomorrow afternoon from 3 to 7 p.m. Students attending need to register on Handshake app, and there will be numerous media employers tabling such as Fox, Paramount, and more. The Newhouse Career Center says students should bring copies of their resume and wear business casual attire.
And the Department of Public Safety's new substation on Marshall Street will celebrate its grand opening this Friday. And DPS is inviting campus community members to stop by from noon to 1 to tour the new facility and speak with officials about safety strategies and available resources. There will also be $20 food vouchers offered to the first 44 students who stop by the event and have the Orange Safe app downloaded.
Six representatives from Syracuse University will attend this year's Faculty Women of Color Academy's National Conference. The conference provides opportunities for Indigenous and women of color in higher education to network and learn about the work of their peers. Conference attendees include leading professional educators, authors, and researchers. SU is a major sponsor of this year's event.
And we have new details now on TikTok, as local social media influencers are concerned about TikTok's future. Now, this comes after a bill that was passed in the House has now moved on to the Senate.
Our CitrusTV reporter Tyler O'Donnell spoke with some of these creators to figure out how exactly the ban could impact them. Tyler, what did they tell you?
Well, they're concerned Well, concerned seems to be the best way to sum it up, as if the app is banned, a source of revenue for these creators would disappear entirely. That gavel rang throughout the House of Representatives earlier this month, passing a bill that could see TikTok banned in the United States unless they're sold by their parent company, ByteDance. While many politicians say the app represents foreign influence on America's youth, to Malik Lewis, it represents something else.
It's another source of income. It's another way to inspire and impact people. And it's another way to provide for myself and my loved ones, right?
Lewis is a content creator here at SU. He says that for him, the app means more than just a simple hobby.
So now if it leaves, I got to do gymnastics and say, okay, maybe I got to post more on the Instagram. Now I have to look for a new social media platform that is monetizing or can impact people or can reach people.
The app's impacts go beyond just him, though. Small businesses use TikTok in order to reach a wider audience. One of those businesses is run by student Spencer Chan. He uses the app to market his motivational coaching service. As someone who makes content about mental health, he feels conflicted about TikTok possibly leaving.
It kind of blows that I can't market my own things. I can't really express myself creatively. But as a consumer, I also see that TikTok consumes a lot of people's lives and a lot of hours.
Overall, though, Chan says that situations like this one should be a warning to creators about who owns the content they make.
With something that's in the digital space, it's kind of hard to have that sense of ownership because at the end of the day, it's not really yours to decide if it stays or if it goes.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's been a pleasure. Now, this all begs the question of when a potential ban could happen, and the answer is a bit complicated. The bill still needs to be voted on by the Senate, and if it passes there, then the president needs to sign or veto it. And even if all that happens, though, the ban could be avoided if TikTok is sold and taken out of the hands of its current parent company, ByteDance. As to when all this could happen, it's too early to say. For now, though, I'm Tyler Aldano, Citrus TV News.
Thanks so much, Tyler. Well, let's say if it gets banned, if it doesn't, today is a day that you would not want to be on your phone because it is beautiful outside. I walked with no jacket I'm in a dress, so no pants. Yeah, it was a really nice day outside.
It really was. I mean, I love being outside in just a sweatshirt. And we've just had such a whirlwind of temperatures recently, from the snow now to the warm temperatures and the sun. Moira Vaughan joins us now in studio. Moira, are these warm temperatures going to stick around?
Now, Zach, what I'm praying is that we are officially breaking up with Syracuse winter and getting back together with Syracuse spring and keeping these spring temperatures here. Right now, it's 59 degrees out, absolutely gorgeous day, like Peyton was saying. 59 degrees, partly sunny skies. I mean, you can't ask for better temperatures right now. Looking ahead to later tonight, we'll be losing that sun just a little bit, going down to 47 degrees with rain from 7 to 10 o'clock, which will relate to cloudy skies looking ahead to later tomorrow. But I mean, nothing to compare to last week. We were seeing 20 and 30 degrees. This is such a difference in temperature, and I am so happy. Now, if we're looking across the region, we're staying in those high 50s to early 60s. Fulton at 55 degrees, Rome at 53, Syracuse 59. You can't ask for better weather here. Hopefully, it'll be sticking around. Later on in the forecast, I'll have your 5-day forecast.
Thanks so much, Moira. Le Moyne College is receiving its largest alumni gift in school history. Alumnus James Carroll donated $12 million to the College of Arts and Sciences. Carroll graduated from Le Moyne nearly 60 years ago and says the Jesuit education he received at the college is still with him today. After graduating, Carroll earned his master's and PhD from SU and later worked as an associate professor at the Maxwell School until his retirement earlier this year. His donation will be used to establish a scholarship fund for arts and science majors in financial need.
And Lockheed Martin has won a U.S. Air Force competition to build a new type of training radar at its Syracuse plant. The $276 million contract is set to create new radars for the Air Force's Advanced Range Threat System. Now, the deal is expected to provide a new source of work at the Lockheed plant and could lead to contracts worth billions of dollars over the next decade. The growth comes 11 years after the company planned to close the Salina plant and ships its remaining programs to other facilities. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had convinced Lockheed to keep the plant open.
You've heard it before, truck hits Onondaga Lake Parkway Bridge. This afternoon, it happened again. The parkway was closed because a truck was stuck under the bridge. The driver was not injured and everything on the road is now clear. But the village of Liverpool expanded its truck ban in January, adding more signs and fines. Plans to replace or raise the bridge have never worked out.
And a DeWitt location that has been empty for the past decade may be coming to life again, thanks to a fast food giant. Taco Bell is proposing to build a new location in DeWitt despite concerns on accessibility. The director of development for the project says getting direct access from Enterprise Parkway is the key to making the proposal work. Now the plan still needs town approval before construction begins.
If you're in Cicero and you bought a lottery ticket recently, you should check those numbers. A ticket worth $1 million was sold at the Speedway on Route 11 in Cicero. That's right across from the Wegmans. However, the $1 million payout could be overshadowed by a win in one state away. Another full jackpot went to someone in New Jersey, breaking a winless streak that dated back to December. That $1.1 billion prize is the 8th largest in U.S. history.
And a Clay woman is accused of stealing more than $400,000 from a Cicero dental practice. Police say Carla Fisher-Schmidt has been stealing money from Cicero Dental Associates for over 2 years. New York police began investigating back in December, and she was arrested earlier this month and remains free without bail as her case progresses. If convicted, she could face up to 7 years in prison.
A New York roller derby league is suing a county leader over an executive order meant to prevent transgender players from using county-run facilities. The Long Island Roller Rebels are fighting against a February ruling. This ruling comes from Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, and it affects more than 100 public facilities in the county. The legislation requires sports and leagues and teams seeking to permit or play and practice in these county-run parks to disclose whether they allow trans women or girls. Men's leagues and teams are not affected.
And the Biden administration has announced a new round of student loan forgiveness for nearly 80,000 people. The debt relief is part of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. This program allows workers in certain fields like healthcare, nonprofit work, and government to have their student debt canceled after making payments for 10 years. Workers like teachers and first responders are often the largest beneficiaries of the program, and an additional of 380,000 borrowers who are within 2 years of receiving forgiveness will also get emails soon.
Coming up, yet another gag order for President Trump in his first criminal trial of the year. What caused it and how he's responding.
Plus, updates on the Baltimore bridge collapse, what Maryland's governor is saying. You're watching Citrus TV News, your campus news leader, and we'll be right back.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Peyton Spellacy, Zach Richter, and Spencer Conjal. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. With just 222 days until Election Day, Republican candidate and former President Donald Trump is tackling more than just his election campaign.
That's right. His legal issues continue to rise as he upsets another judge in the first of his 4 criminal trials. Our political reporter Luke Welch joins us now in studio to tell us what's happening in Manhattan. Luke, good evening.
Zach, Peyton, good evening. It took only 2 days for Trump to gain his 3rd gag order of the year in this seeming never-ending legal stint. A New York judge decided on Monday that the former president's first of 4 criminal trials that was supposed to begin earlier this week will now start on April 15th in just 3 weeks. That case being this long, drawn-out hush money case in which Trump paid adult film actress Stormy Daniels to allegedly cover up infidelity rumors during his first presidential campaign just 8 years ago. Then we get to yesterday, where Trump took to his now publicly traded company, Truth Social, to express his concerns, claiming that Judge Vaughan cannot provide the former president with a fair trial. Trump and his legal team are claiming a number of foul plays, one of them regarding Merchant's family. Trump claims that Merchant's daughter's ex-profile picture of him behind bars and her suggested affiliation with liberal media and digital agencies would bar him from a fair trial. He would take to his own platform, Truth Social, saying that the judge is, quote, a true and certified Trump hater. His daughter is a senior executive at a super liberal Democrat firm that works for the DNC and even crooked Joe Biden. And ending things off with saying, these country-destroying scoundrels and thugs have no case against me. Witch hunt. And now, after this seeming quote on Truth Social, the judge deeming that this is eligible for a gag order, which his history with his previous 2, we can expect that he might break that. Trump's legal team claimed that the Manhattan district attorney committed, quote, prosecutorial misconduct, which sounds pretty familiar with just weeks ago, a delay coming into Trump's Fulton County case when they claimed the same about prosecutor Fani Willis. These came from when the DA allegedly ignored important evidence that led his former lawyer Michael Cohen behind bars, and now, just days before trial began, dropped a bombshell of 200,000 pages of evidence against the former president. Cohen will now serve as a witness against Trump in his hush money case next month. We will have continued updates about everything regarding this case on Talking Points for now. Peyton, Zach, back to you.
Okay, Luke, thanks so much. Now we turn to the latest in Baltimore after the major bridge collapse. 6 people are now presumed dead after an almost 1,000-foot cargo ship hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge in the middle of the night. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says they will continue the investigation.
This is very much still a search and rescue mission. We are still actively looking for survivors. We know, and that's the pledge we've made to these families, and this is still very much an active search and rescue mission.
As Moore says, they are now focusing on rebuilding from the community to the actual bridge. Officials say 8 construction workers were believed to be mending potholes on the bridge when it fell. 2 survived and were pulled from the river, but the remaining 6 are presumed dead due to the cold water conditions.
And coming up after the break, are these warm weather conditions staying with us? You'll have to find out. Stay with us.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly,
You're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Now, we've seen every type of temperature this spring semester, but luckily, I think we're turning a new page in this spring semester, with today being an average of 61 degrees, absolutely gorgeous temperatures. Now, tomorrow we're looking at cloudy conditions with 47 degrees, but anything is better than 20 to 30 degree weather. Friday and Saturday, we're looking at 44 degrees on Friday and Saturday being 49 sunny conditions. And looking ahead to Sunday for Easter, we're looking at a little bit of rain, 48 degrees, but anything is better than the snow. If you're looking for a good way to spend your Friday and Saturday when it's sunny out, I have a couple of my favorite running trails across the Syracuse area. That picture is actually from this morning at Berry Park. Look at that sunshine. It was absolutely gorgeous out. The reflection on the water, it just makes my day even running on that trail. Berry Park, Butternut Creek Trail, Onondaga Creek Walk Trail, and Hithela Lake. Those are all of my favorite trails you can run, walk on, just a good way to enjoy the sunshine. Coming up later tonight, I'll have your next day forecast, guys.
Maura, thanks so much. Dunkin' has a limited edition drink that has a name that might resonate with some. It's called the Short King Spring and is now being sold on the Dunkin' app.
The drink is a small iced regular coffee and will only be sold during the spring. It does sound good, though.
You know, Zach, I think it's kind of funny, the simplicity of it just being a regular iced coffee. They're having fun with some of the slang that, you know, young people are using these days with Short King. They're keeping up with Charlie D'Amelio and all that fun stuff. So I appreciate what they're doing with their marketing.
Definitely. And speaking of Short King, Luke, are there any Short Kings in sports?
Thanks, Zach. Not too many in women's lacrosse, but they're in action right now, actually. And how's it going for Kayla Trainer's top 5 squad? Stick with us to find out. I wish it would have been basketball.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Number 5, Syracuse women's lacrosse is yet to lose in ACC play, but right now, SU's trying to secure another non-conference victory. Welcome to sports, I'm Luke Burgess. It's number 7 Loyola Maryland, and the Orange are up with the final moments ticking away. Per usual, there have been a variety of scorers getting involved for the Orange. In the first half, it was Emma Tyrell and Emma Ward leading the way with 2 goals each to put SU on top 8-7 at halftime. Today's contest is the penultimate non-conference clash of the season for SU. The Orange take a trip down I-81 to take on Cornell in Ithaca next Tuesday. Aside from that, SU matches up with Louisville in the Dome this weekend before finishing out the remainder of the year against conference foes. And how about an update on how things are going right now for the Cuse? The Orange are on top 14-8. That's a lot, and a big reason why. More than 5 goals from Chase Boyle. She's on Loyola. She's trying to keep her team in it, but the junior has been tearing the Orange apart this afternoon. That's the depth scoring that's kept the Orange on top. You can tune into Citrus TV Sports and Rahil Jaswal for that final score. Follow at Citrus TV Sports on X for post-game coverage. Well, it's spring, and as of Monday, basketball is officially over on the Hill. That means that the lacrosse junkies are out, and we're knee-deep into lax season. So we'll keep talking some lacrosse. Syracuse men's lacrosse is ranked number 3 in the nation right now, and there aren't many teams in the country that you could argue have a better offense, but one of the teams that would definitely be in the conversation is number 1 Notre Dame. The Orange have their hands full with one of the most dynamic attacks in the nation. Chris Kavanaugh leads the way in points for the bunch, but the strength of this team is its depth. Jake Taylor and Pat Kavanaugh, yes, they are related, also have over 20 points this year. So how do you stop them? Well, the answer would seem to be outscore them, and it's definitely something SU is capable of doing. Joey Spallina has shown excellent communication with transfer Christian Muley so far this year. The Orange return to CNY on April 20th for the final game of the year against Virginia. And the Knicks have been rolling as of late. One of the reasons why is undoubtedly the improvement of Dante DiVincenzo. The guard had 31 points over the weekend. That was before he added on 40 more on Monday against Detroit. Former SU guard Buddy Boeheim as well. In the process, he set the Knicks franchise single-game 3-point record with 11 connections from downtown. He'll hope to keep that up tonight against the Raptors on the road. New York is currently in possession of one of the 6 playoff spots in the Eastern Conference. Guys?
Okay, Luke, thanks so much. Right after the break, our Moira Vaughan has your wake-up weather and find out what Shakira did in New York City last night. We'll be right back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Now, tomorrow we're going to be looking at 39 degrees, partly sunny skies, but those temperatures are going to continue to climb throughout the day into those higher 40s, but nothing like 20s and snow. So, guys, I really can't complain.
Yeah, Moira, thanks so much. I mean, I'm hoping these warm temperatures stick around. But Shakira. Last night, the Columbia singer and songwriter performed a pop-up show in New York City after announcing it to her social media page. The 47-year-old pop star attracted 40,000 fans to Times Square last night to celebrate the release of her first new album in, get this, 7 years.
The performance comes one day after Shakira appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Her new record became the most streamed album of 2024 in just 24 hours. I need to know, would you guys go to this if you guys were in New York City?
100%. I feel like she is such a performer. I feel like she's such an incredible dancer. I feel like it would be such a fun show to go see.
Luke, you a big Shakira fan?
Not really. I don't know that Hips Don't Lie.
Yeah.
That's like the only song I know outside of that.
Her Zootopia song, pretty awesome, if you ask me.
I think you'd have to still go. You have to give it a try, right?
Well, that's all the time we have for you today on News Live at 6 for this Wednesday night.
Don't forget to follow us on X and Instagram at CitrusTV News. That's all for tonight. I'm Peyton Spellacy.
And I'm Zach Richter. Have a great night, Syracuse. Stay tuned for the debate